everybody. I do apologize for not having a menu Monday, but I do have a video for you. We landed in Tennessee on our last video last Thursday, and it wasn't very nice. The campground was so bad, you'll see it in this video. Rumored to be having the health department go there and check it out because of so many complaints. Anyway, we spent a lot of time looking around. I'm going to show you the video now, and I'll be back to end it with you. Leaving off from last week, where we arrived in our new state, Tennessee. We were driving down this beautiful countryside road. There was mountains in the background. The trees were changing. Very, very pretty. Then we rolled up to the campground, and we met with the owner to find out where he was going to put us. We had two choices. One was no grass, total rocks, and so we chose our only other option, which was down at the back of his house, basically. His house sits right here to the left, and he has the campground over on the other side of the street, and then he has these extra sites down here in the backyard. Ours is right here on the end. Yes, we were devastated, but what you gonna do? You done paid for it. We got it sight unseen. I think there used to be another camper in front of us. This area was super muddy. And to top it off, our sewer was above ground. Our water lines were above ground, so they froze every time it went down to 32. So we ended up keeping fresh water in our tanks, using the water pump when it froze. And we immediately went to looking for another site. We would have moved the same day if we could, but everything was full. We ended up visiting between this particular day and another day after we got back from Thanksgiving in Georgia. I think 18, possibly, I think it was 18 campgrounds and 2 private lots that I had found on Facebook. So all of these were full that we were looking at here, and they were right on top of each other. This was the campground I fell in love with. It was on a lake. Not all the sites had lake views, but you could walk to the lake. After we circled around looking at some of the sites, we went into the office and met Jerry, who is so sweet, and she runs the park. She has a house there that she lives in just behind the office, and they only have a few, 4 sites that will fit our camper because we're 40 feet with tongue and bumper. So there's a camper that's leaving that is right by the office, and she's hoping to be able to call us back so we can get in there December 1st. Shortly thereafter, we headed back to Georgia / South Carolina. We're kids in both states, and had Thanksgiving with them. We also saw Big Daddy's parents, and I went back to the doctor and got a great checkup with my mammogram, 1 year cancer free. So everything was good. We enjoyed spending time with everybody. So now for an update. We have finally found somewhere to live Yes. So we looked at, I want to say 20 campgrounds, well, 18 campgrounds and some property. We saw the property on Facebook, went down and looked at it, got the address from the guy. It was a corner lot. It was next to a campground, a very small one. It only had 4 sites. And we did talk to the guy that owned the campground too. Sorry, Hugs got up. And we decided to take it. And that way we'd have our own property. And it was about 30 minutes to work. For Big Daddy right now it's 20, so not a big deal. So I called the guy, or texted him, said yes, we want to take it. We're not going to move for another week, but I can bring you a deposit. He said, no, just give me the money when you move in. Okay. Following morning, about 24 hours after I told him we were taking that corner lot, I got a phone call from Jerry at the campground that I wanted to move into. And then I was just torn. I didn't know what to do. I loved the corner lot and I loved the campground. So I thought about it. Big Daddy came home from work. I'm like, you know, what do you want to do? He's like, whatever you want to do. He said, I'm not keen on the drive. He had thought it was putting him on I-40, but the only reason we were on I-40 last time was because we were coming from a different direction. So I double-checked the route, and it does not put him on I-40, and it's a 30-minute drive as well. So, but they were both in different directions. His job's in the middle, one's this way, one's that way. So anyway, after a lot of thinking and wondering, Big Daddy called me the next morning. He said, have you decided? I said, no, I'm still up in the air. I said, the reason I would like to be in the campground is because I won't be on my own. I mean, if I'm out there on that property, that's me, myself, and I, which is also nice, but, you know, if the power goes out or something happens, when I'm at the campground, there's an office that's open all day long. So he said, you just decide and you do what you want to do. And I was like, okay. So I called the campground, told Jerry I'd love to take it, and I called the guy with the corner lot and I told him we had decided not to move, and we thanked him for the opportunity, and he said no worries, he had a list of people that wanted it. So, and I'm sure he did, because like I said, 18 campgrounds and 2 pieces of property, and we only have 2 availabilities, so it's very, very, very crowded up here. The campground that we are going to be staying in is only an hour from Gatlinburg and 45 minutes from Pigeon Forge and 30 minutes from Sevierville. So we're looking forward to going there. We got married in Gatlinburg, and so we want to go there for our anniversary. But now it's time to get packed up. We leave in the morning. And here we are arriving at our new campground. They decorated for Christmas. We hadn't seen this because we came before Thanksgiving, but it was so cute. Here's our campsite right in front of the decorations. So this is what I get to see outside the window at my desk, which is really nice. We take a daily walk down to the lake, and it's beautiful. This is the end of the Little River in Tennessee, and the water comes from the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. The first 18 miles are in the park, and then the remaining 42 come through Blount County and into Knox County, which is where we are. The dogs are really enjoying it. With Big Daddy and I, a bucket list item, wintering in the Smoky Mountains. So, as you can tell, I'm super happy now that we've moved. Love this campground, and I just wanted to get a video out there for you. Now, coming up next Monday, I have Crockmas. I am going to do a week of crock pot meals so that I can now decorate for Christmas, get my shopping done, and I'm sure you guys feel that pressure too. So I will have 5 or possibly 6 days of crock miss meals. We're going to be crocking around the Christmas tree and decorating too, and that'll be coming up next Monday, and that way it'll give you pretty much a week off. You just put the food in the crock pot and get your Christmas shopping underway or whatever you need to be doing. I know there's lots of holiday parties to attend, all that sort of thing, so I'm hoping that'll help. I love you guys. If you made it to the end of the video, let's do a Christmas wreath emoji, and I'll see you next Monday. I love y'all. Bye-bye.